Time that this show comes to India, very seldom we find that time because this show connected us resources while contributing to the world's climate sustainability.
But we have a very strong high performance solutions business running globally, and that's what these two businesses are part of in India. And I was very happy to see the video on battery show. I'm very sure Rajneesh put a very small snippet, but there was Saint-Gobain there in the battery show there in Stuttgart, or I think that is what was being covered there. So for us, battery show, first of all, I talked about the event, is not something which is new to us. To be very honest, we were expecting it to be in India at some point of time. We have been a regular participant both in Stuttgart as well as in the US. Even this event, which is following the next week, we have in US, and then it is India. So for us, it is a global event of participation, and as Rajneesh talked about, it has a pretty big following in Europe and US, and there are a large number of players who gather together, both customers and all relevant stakeholders in there. And it's a platform where there's a lot of networking that happens. I'll talk about that a little bit later in my expectations. So for us, coming to Saint-Gobain, we are basically involved in what Vineet's presentation showed. Our companies are mainly involved in the downstream and to a little bit extent in the midstream segment. Some of our companies of Saint-Gobain. I'm not going to talk about a lot of products which we already sell to the automotive because they will seamlessly transition into from an IC to an EV, whether it is a pure hybrid, pure EV, or any combination that you might talk about. So the only new application that comes with the foray of electric vehicles is the battery packs. That's what is going to be our major talking point out here. So Saint-Gobain today has a lot of material competencies. So they've bought around materials like polyurethanes, silicons, or you can talk about PTFE fabrics, and a lot of them work around what they call as a generic competency that we bring to the application. That is, could be fire protection, could be
And the nickel back to the battery manufacturers in India or elsewhere. If they give us, if they need it, and they are providing the resource and not the waste for it, it can be done. And all I say is that the expectation is that we treat our hazardous waste as hazardous, but we treat waste as a resource and make policies accordingly. Make sure it is controlled. So if you ask me that if I were to look back at the government of India or government of the state government, which are doing phenomenal job in this area promoting this new sector, that please make the rules in the right direction. They may not be right the first time, but please make sure that they are implemented fully. Because it's the implementation which causes a huge gap between the intent of the government and what really transpires in the markets. I can give you a very small example before I conclude. The government's waste has to travel by hazardous transport earmarked for this purpose, boldly written with stickers and blue line across the truck. I think hardly 3 states follow it, and in those states, hardly 3% follow it. And the problem is,
as you know, I think Bhuvanesh talked about L&T, and I don't think that there is anybody in India who doesn't know about L&T. To put the facts right, you know, we have been the largest solar EPC company in India. So we have got the highest number of deployments as far as solar EPC is concerned. We have largest number of deployment for energy storage as an EPC world over. You know, the largest company in India who has got the deployments world over. So we are quite into it, and now what is the next phase that we are looking at is entering into the lithium-ion cell manufacturing, and it has been well published in India, you know, in various media programs. Before that, you know, L&T is setting up a business called L&T Green, which is a part of L&T Energy, and we are looking at you know, a few green energy initiatives like green hydrogen and making the batteries. So I think we have been working on it for quite some time, and we have been connected with a lot of players globally. So I think there's hardly any company into the lithium-ion component manufacturing, in lithium-ion cell manufacturing, into the recycling that is not connected with L&D, and we have not been talking. This is a very complex subject, and it takes a lot of depth of understanding in terms of lithium-ion cell manufacturing and building the lithium-ion batteries. So I always say, it is exaggerated statement maybe that making a lithium-ion battery is like making a satellite. So it is as complex as that, and I think my previous speakers have explained that, and you have understood how the cells are important, which can match the climatic conditions or the application conditions, and also the entire system which is controlling the batteries. So there are multiple application layers into it. One is the electrochemistry that you have to handle, which is pretty complex, and there have been a lot of technologies working around, a lot of people working around different technologies. You need to have a BMS, which is controlling the entire group of cells. Then on a bigger system, you require the controllers, you require EM.
Yes, start. Hi, I'm Yogesh Mudras, Managing Director, Informa Markets in India. Today is a very special day. We are here in Bangalore to announce the launch of the battery show. This is a show which takes place globally in US and in Europe. In Germany, it happens in Stuttgart. This is a 35-year-old exhibition for the battery and the energy storage space. This is for the first time coming to India, and we had a grand press conference where the who's who of the industry were talking about the future of the battery and the energy storage industry. We are seeing government also coming out with policies to support this sector, and this is the right time to bring this show to India, where the component manufacturer, the technology supporters of this industry are going to be exhibiting, and the automotive manufacturers are going to be taking part and visiting this show. This show is also being co-located with the 16th edition of REI, which is the Renewable Energy Show, and a lot of solar manufacturers, a lot of power generators are actually now augmenting into energy storage, and this is the right way to bring the show, where the energy manufacturers, the solar manufacturers, and the EPC project guys are going to be buyers for this battery storage. So we have put the shows together. The show is going to happen from 4th, 5th and 6th of next month on October. Is going to take place at India Expo Mart, Greater Noida. So whoever is connected with the sector, do take benefit of this and come and attend this show. Thank you. Overall, if I see combined, both shows would be combined 1500, but just if you talk about battery, there are about 250 brands exhibiting at this show. And we are expecting about combined both shows, REI and battery, about 40,000 trade visitors to come and attend this show. And pure play battery would be about 8,000. And we are having a lot of international speakers and domestic speakers talking about the challenges and technologies which are coming up in the sector. We are having about 50 domestic and international speakers, experts of this industry, coming and talking about what's happening new in battery and how we move ahead in the sector.